Yeah, I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time now. I haven't had a chance to talk about it last week or the week before. Now it crossed my mind again. So I was actually looking for something to talk about. I know there's been several topics I want to cover, but I want to see which one of those several topics do I think will be worth, posting first. Because I know I still got some other content that I'm pretty much behind on, and I still got to upload those. I just did Leslie's birthday just earlier this morning, right? So let me get into this one. Yeah, dude, the fact that my level of forgetting, making mistakes, and just making bad decisions, well, not so much of making bad decisions, although it is part of it, but more so the level of making mistakes and forgetting is is next level, dude. I'm not saying next level because of the fact that I'm still in this dump, and I already been on the record with how many videos I've already made, as far as like how it's treated me, and look, I know I'm still at fault as well for still being there. I know I've been trying so hard. Some of these cars are way too desperate to try to get in, to get through. That's how it causes some accidents. And look, unless it's accidental where you did not see a car on time and it's going by real fast, and the fact that you're sticking out, especially in a driveway, it's just annoying, dude. It's annoying to a fault. That's why I'm always safe in the middle lane. And just like the same thing with getting out on the street, you can easily get on the right lane if there's no car there, but if the car is in the lane next to that right lane, you never know. At any given time, that car is gonna, is gonna swerve, or just immediately change the minute you try to get on the right lane, because there's some cars that are like that, So they're gonna immediately change to the right lane, at the same time you're trying to get out of the residential into the right lane, and that will cause for a definite accident right there. So my advice to all the new drivers, especially my cousin who, for sure will be learning how to drive, right? Even though you're in the right lane, even though you're trying to get into the right lane, into the next street, or coming out of the residential area, right? Wait until that, even though there's no car in the right lane but is on the lane next to it, make sure that car goes through first, and then go. Because even though that car is not directly on the lane that you're about to get out on, if you're going to turn right, you never know what the car is going to do. Because at any given time, and I'm glad I came across this yesterday, and I'm glad I even waited, is that car can immediately change lanes into that right lane where you're, immediately passing by, the residential that you're about to get out on, or the street that you're about to turn right on. So yeah, because drivers, especially with the rate of stupidity that the drivers are these days, it's at an insane level. And how I know I've been seeing a lot of accidents, in the past 3 years, So yeah, I just thought I'd give that advice to any new coming drivers and all, Not that this topic is about, driver advice, but I just thought I'd bring that out there. So sorry to go off completely tangent out here. So let me get into this topic. Yeah. So I've become more mistake prone. Yeah, I've become much more mistake prone. Look, what I came across in April and May, where my mistakes have been at an all-time high. Look, man, that is all contributing to, one, the anxiety that I had at the time as a result of what transpired toward the end of March. I know it's well forgotten. It's already December, and everything's going well, at home for the most part. But the fact that I went through that is, I hate to say it. It's It's wild. It's it's due to my dump, man. It's due to how the dump just functions now, and with their constant BS and stupidity and that same goddamn leadership of the same company president, Mr. Cheap, running this goddamn place and still refusing to retire when a vast majority of us want him to retire, just knowing that he's never going to make this place better, does not appreciate everyone's ideas, not to mention when it comes to birthdays, he never greets the hell out of anyone's birthday, any of his own employees' birthdays, not even mine. Hell, my birthday's going to be in a month. And I hate to come across this again where I got birthday decorations on my desk, and next thing you know, that motherfucker is gonna come by and doesn't say shit. Dude, he's a robot, man. He's full of greed. Everything that he does is for his own benefit. And I don't know what decision making he makes. And for him to call me out on this whole will call thing, like the fact that the Flyers are old, this and that, like, come on, man. Come on. He could have told me, like, we're going to take out all those Flyers in the rack, and he had to wait like a couple months before he let me know about it. It's like, what kind of timing is that? And then he was at fault too for blaming me for, not communicating with Armando about the whole, Flyer thing. And I mean, if he knew that, or let's just say proactively Armando updates the website and Cynics and and the Flyers all together, right? I think even if the company president didn't know, then he could have called both of us in to ask, hey, how are you guys doing with the update? Any Flyers being updated? Here's some updates on these prices and rebates on this manufacturer, this machine, this and that, or set of machines. And he could have asked us, hey, whoever's updating the Flyer, whoever. He doesn't have that mindset, dude. Never mind the fact that he's not an art director. But hell, even if he wasn't, he should have been able to have those communication skills like that. So that's more on him. He's the one that asked me to do the Flyers yesterday. And I had no fucking idea that Armando was doing the Flyers too. So I was like, come on, man. That's on him. No, not Armando. That's on the company president himself. You know what I'm saying? This is where he's the one that leads to all these confusions and these complications, and yet nobody's holding that fool accountable. So, I mean, it is what it is with this place, man. That's why I'm not fucking with anything like that anymore. Christmas party, I'll show up, but I ain't gonna be, oh man, are you sure it's on this lane with these goddamn trucks? Oh no, wait, no, never mind. I thought I was all on this right lane. Otherwise, I would have to stop immediately right here. What's with all these trucks, man? Like the fact that you got so much traffic out here, and on the left lane next to me is a bunch of trucks, man. It's like the whole lane next to me is like a bunch of trucks here, So, yeah, dude. Anyways, it's clear to me that everything that I've come across with all these problems that I never had before, it's just baffling to me that I've become mistaken prone. And it's just, it just goes for the show, and especially when it comes to forgetting. Like, I'm doing my best, like, the best version of me, or the truest version of me that any of my friends and ex-close friends have ever known to love and respect, wouldn't remotely come this close to making these kind of mistakes, all right? Now, of course, everybody makes mistakes, but it like, for me to make some of these kind of mistakes that I never had before, especially when it comes to forgetting and all that, it's at an all-time high, dude. And I'm saying this because, I mean, the fact that I'm in this dump is just beyond me. It's just beyond me to even find myself making these, like, sometimes I even making mistakes in like within 1 minute or 2 minutes, and it's even if that's all forgetting. I told you, dude, this dump has done enough, more than enough to destroy me mentally, dude. It's done more than enough to destroy me mentally. That's why I cannot, like, I mean, unless I have a day off or so, you know, then I think I'd be totally fine and well, more focused and all that. But no, if I'm in my dump, I do my best to stay focused, but then it's like, it's inconsistent, because sometimes it's all dependent on my mood, you know. So that's it's just sad, dude, to see myself making these kind of mistakes, and it's just bad, dude. It's just bad. Like, that's why I need a new job, because I'm often distracted, and these major distractions are cause of why I've become more mistake prone and, you know, forgetful prone, like at an all-time high. It's just ridiculous, man. But yeah, I don't want to go too far on this, so let me know what you guys think. All right, peace.